The one thing I like to do is just allow people to just come in, but for some reason it's on a setup where it's like people have to go in a waiting room. Because I know there's time I join Zoom meetings and I'm like, why am I don't feel like waiting, like I'm ready to go. I said 4 o'clock, let's go. Yeah, just the same link that where I sent it to earlier. Okay, yep. Bro, man, there's so much good. When I'm working with cats, we like different people, and I think it's logging on that. Yeah. There we go. Boom.
Dope. There we go.
No doubt.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but it's different techniques. Let me hit the volume. There we go. There we go. Yeah, but different techniques to working with different people, man. And
Yeah.
Man, I like working with artists who are really passionate about what they're doing, man. Like you know, if a person really believes in what they're doing, they believe in their craft, man, and that comes off in a strong way, I think that's going to translate into making a good song, man. And you know, whether it's me working with another MC or working with another producer, I like collaborating with other producers as well. It's just
Yeah.
I just like the creative process, man, and I
Yeah.
just like not having any limitations on the approach. Whether it's R&B, I produce R&B, whether it's boom bap hip hop, or traditional hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I do. You know,
Yeah.
I don't really do trap. That's not my forte. But you know, I do like trap a lot. In terms of listening to some of the material that I hear out
Yeah.
there. And my homie, I need to send him a shout out, Todd Kelly. He's out there in the Bay in California. He's versatile, man. He can do both the boom bap and the trap, man. And
Yeah.
man, he's just doing some crazy stuff with trap right now, man.
Yeah.
Just chord progressions and melodies and bass lines and
That's wild.
yeah, man. And E Major's doing some stuff with trap as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, you know, I know my lane that I'm in, I know my strength, and I play to that. And I experiment with different things sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Film scoring definitely has been a great venture. I had the pleasure of scoring 2 previous films before working with E Major on this current film.
Yeah.
And man, it's just, I love it, man. I love the process of sitting down, watching a film and producing music, playing the instruments, and, you know, just getting more proficient with that. Cause I'm not the best instrumentalist musician in the world,
Right.
but I know melody. You know, I experiment. You put me in the studio, I'll tinker around and find the right melody to fit something, man.
Yeah.
So the process, whether it's the MC, singer, or film scoring, it's different processes to doing it, man. But I
Yeah.
love it all, man.
Yeah.
I love it all.
So living in like the technological age where basically you can do everything with a phone in your hand, would you say, so it's 2 parts. The first question is, as an artist or as a human being, you know, having something, 1 or 2 things or more things that you're proficient at, that may be a hobby that you do just for fun, sometimes doesn't always need to be televised, broadcasted, given, like, because let's say, for example, we'll just take like Questlove from the Roots. He's a drummer, he loves music, but then he also likes playing skee ball at Dave and Buster's. You know what I mean? He's in the skee ball league and he's the champ. He's the reigning champ.
Oh,
in
wow.
Philly.
I didn't know that.
No. That's a
Oh, you make good. Okay, got you.
Yeah. But you believed it. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, he can have that, and he doesn't have to post it.
Yeah.
But so that's the first question. Then the second question is, what are 2 things that, unless you don't want to divulge, but that you yourself is like, yo, these are things I enjoy, and like, this was the piggyback. In a capitalistic society, it's like, I don't have to capitalize and get monetary. This is a passion, a joy of mine. Like, everything doesn't have a dollar sign, but you ask some people and everything's a dollar sign.
Right.
So do you think that people can have joys without monetizing? Or do you think that's foolish? Should we monetize everything? Because one of the things for the podcast for me, it's like, I talk to people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And jewels are getting dropped, and I'm either picking them up or I'm making like a potential documentary. You know, I look at these Kanye on Netflix, you know what I'm saying, and just think about it was just one dude with something. We got these now, and we got, you know what I mean? So hopefully I didn't convolute everything I was saying, because I tend to go, like I said, the multiverse of madness. I tend to go a bunch of different timelines, but I feel like you're a smart enough brother that, you know what I mean. You know what I'm looking for, and if you don't, I can reiterate. You know, it's fine. It don't matter.
Sure. Yeah, man. No, it's all good, man. I think that monetization is a good thing. We're in a time period now where we have a lot of autonomy. A lot of artists have more autonomy and control more than we ever have. And I think that if you can monetize what you're doing, it's a great thing. But I think first, before monetization, has to be love. You have to have love for what you're doing. And I think that in order for monetization to take place, there has to be love present. You know, there has to be something that's going to be the pusher, the motivator, the thing that's going to push it to that next place. And so if money is your only motivation in utilizing that energy, then I think that you're going to always be chasing it. It's not going to chase you, you know.
Yeah.
I think that when you invest love and time, and I'm not even trying to get all warm and fuzzy and Disney like when I talk about love, but you got to have passion and love for whatever it is you're doing. And I think that wherever there's love, you're gonna attract money. You're gonna attract wealth. You're gonna attract that. And when
Yeah.
I speak of wealth, I'm speaking of currency. And when I speak of currency, currency is energy, right? Like it's a light in the room right now. That's a current, right? It's an energy that's in
Yeah.
the room. But currency is also money as well, right? And
Yeah.
so I think where you put intention and thought into things, you draw a certain kind of currency to you. But all currency isn't good currency. And I
Mm.
think that's why it's got to be love and genuine love that you put into something. And then that brings money to you, you know. And so, there were moments throughout my music experience where I chased money and money was important. Especially during a moment briefly where I wasn't working many years ago, you know. And so I found myself constantly chasing money, right? But when I stopped chasing money, I noticed that when I just focus on the love and the creativity, the money comes running to me now. You know, I
Yeah.
don't, there are moments where I have to stop the money from coming. That's how much
Bro,
comes, right? You know what I'm
anytime you have that issue, send it my way, bro. Send it
saying?
my I'll give you a 16, I'll give you an acapella
Right.
EP. You can do whatever you want with it, bro. Send that
Yeah,
money my
man.
way.
No doubt. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that, man. It's just when you just do things and you do it with love in your heart and you're doing it with the intention of creating something great,
Yeah.
um, the money will come and
Yeah.
the money will chase you down, man. And
Yeah.
so I used to hear people say that. I used to hear like Rick Rubin and Russell Simmons and all these wealthy millionaires say that. But honestly, they're right, man. Like don't chase the money, man. It's so unsexy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like the money's gonna come. You know, just have good intentions, and you'll see how it's gonna come to you, man. You know, you won't have to look like you flossing and that you rich. It will just come to you on the
Yeah,
real,
man.
man. So yeah. So whether it's through music, through service, through my job that I do, teaching meditation classes, which is another thing I do as well, or promoting health and wellness, man, which is something I've been really big on recently. That's created more opportunities. Give me 1 second.
Nah, you
My
good, do
bad.
you?
Yeah, but that's created more opportunities for more wealth to come my way, you know. And
Yeah.
so yeah, man, it's a blessing. It really is, man. So
So
I can't speak on that enough.
yeah, so would you say some of the things you just referenced were some of the things you enjoy doing without monetization? But you also think that there's nothing wrong with someone that, especially like you said, in today's climate, right? So it's
Yeah,
like, just in the same way, this is what's kind of speaking to me right now, is that in the same way that people say like money is the root of all evil. Well, it said the love of money is the root of all evil. And really, when you love money, it's no longer really love, it's lusting for the money. You feel me? So for you to say, you know, I can sit back and I can name 5 things that I do for the love that I don't have to monetize, but I could. And sometimes I have to deny the money, you know, because when you walk in a way where you reap what you sow. You know, some people would say karma. You know, you get what you deserve, you reap what you sow. You put it out, you're gonna get it back. And I think one thing that is kind of off a trail from that, but is what you put in, you put out, right?
Right.
What you consume visually, auditorily, or whatever, in your heart. You know what I'm saying? The music you listen to, what you're watching. Now, I'm not saying all that is evil and you shouldn't intake. You have to regulate what you're putting into your temple. I'm not your decision maker. You feel me? So we all have that. So I want to do before, I mean, we're good on time on both spots. You let me know when you need to go. I don't know how much time you have carved out.
Sure.
We're very loose.
Sure. Got a few more minutes.
I've had people with 16 minutes. I've had people with 2 hours. So it really depends on you know what I'm saying, the guest. So I want to do a little, what I call just a rapid fire questions. And so there'll be 1 or 2 choices, or there may be a plethora of choices. You can make your choice. The only request is that whatever comes to your mind first that jumps in, that's your decision. Because if you think about it, unless it's something that's hard to think about, because sometimes you may need 3 seconds to decide. You know what I'm saying? It's like one mashed potatoes or a loaded baked potato. You know what I'm saying? That's 2 different, right. You know. And after you answer, you can stay and we can keep going, or you can elaborate on why you chose one over the other.
Sure.
So we're going to go this. We're going to go comics or vinyls?
Vinyl.
60s or 80s?
60s.
Popeyes or hip hop, fish and chicken?
Hip hop, fish and chicken.
No doubt. Hats or I don't know what y'all call them in Baltimore, beanies or scullies or toboggans. Hats or the skull cap?
Give me hats, because you can be versatile with that.
Okay, so sunglasses or clear frames?
Both.
Oh, I can dig it. Would you go warm colors, cool colors?
I go with cool.
Okay. Now, Van Gogh or Monet? Van
Gogh.
This is one that often gets people tripped up, and I understand why, but would you go Malcolm or Martin?
Both.
Would you go Martin or Living Single?
Oh, wow. Martin.
White Man Can't Jump or Demolition Man?
White Man Can't Jump.
All right, so this is kind of a triple joint. CDs, vinyls, tapes, 8-track, ADAC, iTunes, digital, what and why?
Vinyl.
Of course. Of course, says the man with the background.
Yeah.
So we'll go Marvel or DC Universe?
Marvel. Marvel movies, DC Comics.
No doubt. I like that answer.
Or animation.
In terms of professional sports, would you go baseball, basketball, football, or hockey? Or golf or tennis?
Well, that's a tricky one because it really matters for what purpose. For the money, basketball, and safety. For the passion and the love for the game, football.
And what would you say for entertainment value? Which one are you tuning into, if any of them?
For entertainment value, probably football.
Okay.
Yeah.
So last but not least, planes, trains, or automobiles. If you got to go on a coast-to-coast tour, you hitting everything in the center. Then on your way back, you going all the way to the top. Then you coming all the way back down. Then when you hit California, you flying out to Hawaii. Then you going to Australia. Then you hitting Europe. Then you hitting Asia. Then you hitting Africa. Then you coming back into BWI.
Right.
Planes, trains, or automobiles?
Planes across the water. Trains, if I can, like, nice scenic kind of check out things. You know, I like to do a train. Yeah.
I can dig it, bro. So and this is the last one, but this parlays into something. So I'm sorry I told a fib, but
nah, it's all good.
You know, would you go books or movies?
Oh, wow.
And for me, it's both, but you know.
Yeah, man. Probably books.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you know offhand what are you currently reading? I try to keep like 3 in rotation, but I don't. There's really a main one and then the other 2, and then I also always have light reading. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Man, it's so many books. I'm reading a couple of books right now. One is gosh, what's the name of the book? Oh my gosh, man. I can't believe I can't remember the name of the book. Right. Oh, it's called Boundaries
Okay.
by Greenwald. But it's a book on epigenetics, dealing with cellular repair in the body,
Oh wow.
and the effects of fasting on the body, and
Mm.
how that regenerates the body. And yeah, man, and things like autophagy, which is like the science of like cellular repair in the body regenerating itself, making itself younger, and things like that.
Yeah.
And through fasting. So yeah, definitely on that tip. And yeah, man, a couple other books as well. But I read a lot of books simultaneously.
I love it, man. I can't get
Yeah,
enough, bro.
yeah,
But
yeah.
they trained us well because at least down in North Carolina, elementary school, you read enough books, you get that little personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut. And then when the book fair come around, if you was good, you get little points on your chart, get a little sticker. Girl, you
Okay.
get down there, you get like, I'm at the book fair and I got like $20. Like, I'm about to go
Yeah.
crazy in this.
Right, right. On that tip though, I want to share something, man. I'm glad you mentioned that. One of the things that I've been doing on my platform is promoting literature and promoting books. And one of the things that I've been doing as of late, you may have seen it, is just promoting health and wellness,
Oh
man, which
yeah.
is definitely something I've been really being an advocate for the last 3-4 years. And I was using social media, focusing exclusively on promoting music for many years, man. And as I started seeing in hip hop and even in real life, a lot of people dying,
Yeah.
men, women, a lot of black men dying from health conditions, and white men as well, just men in general.
Yeah.
But a disproportionate number of black men dying, and I think as a result of white supremacy, as a result of poor health. A
Right.
lot of times, black men, black people, and people of color in America are sometimes indulging in unhealthy behaviors as a result of stress. It could be smoking, alcoholism,
Yeah.
overeating,
Yeah.
poor thinking. It'd be a lot of different things, man. So what
Yeah.
I've done throughout the last couple of years is shifted my focus and promoting health and wellness, and not doing it in a preachy way, but
Yeah.
promoting my results
Right.
and chronicling that, man. And
Yeah.
it's been so many MCs that we know, our favorites, who died, too young, man. And so my thing was just, I want to use social media and not let social media use me, and I want to use my
Absolutely.
platform to promote that. And so just want to definitely put that out there and say
Yeah.
thank
And I'm
you.
glad you did.
Yeah, yeah, man, no
I'm
doubt.
glad you did.
And big ups to the people who've been supporting my movement with that, man, because
Yeah.
you know hip hop doesn't exist without people in it,
Yeah.
and so we need people who are healthy and
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
And
If the people ain't alive, the hip hop ain't being made.
the hip hop ain't being made, brother.
I think into not I one time my man's weirded me out. He was like, well, let me play devil's advocate. Because I didn't really understand the context of what that means. He just meant, let me be a protagonist. Let me have an opposite point of view. I'm like, oh, why didn't you just say that? Why you gotta say you the devil's advocate, bro? and I seen the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
With Johnny Mnemonic, Neo, and you know what I mean, good old Scarface. But anyway, so it's like to not counteract, but to just expound upon. You got brothers like the Locks and other brothers promoting health with the juices, and even you think about these natural components and minerals that you can take that fight off the COVID virus. That you don't even you don't need this, that, and the third. And I feel like the vaccine was potentially a narrative to cause division amongst the people,
Sure.
Black, white, whatever race. But then to your case in point with not only African American maybe dying at a more, I guess the right context is proportional level than white men, but all men is dying. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Whether it be naturally or whether it be a form of white supremacy. I mean, it's not like there's this MC. His name's Taylor Gray, and he's from Ohio, and he's also a pastor. And he says a line where he said, and he said something like, and George Floyd wasn't the linchpin. Like that wasn't the first time. That wasn't when we got when the country's in an uproar and you got, you know what I'm saying, stuff going on in every city. I remember when the riots came in Baltimore, and then I had heard they were like, oh yeah, last time this happened was when the win. But I remember watching and people being like, don't go down Brooklyn Park, down the avenue, whatever. And it's like, yo, it's because, and bro, I gotta send you that song. But there's a sample with Dave Chappelle, and he's like, do they want to hear what a effing comedian's got to say right now? Do they care what a celebrity thinks? You're hearing the song of the streets and the voice of the people. The people give a fuck what Ja Rule thinks right now. He's like, they was on that man's neck for 8 minutes. I believe he said 48 or 46 seconds. You know what I'm saying? And the way, what I don't get is you would think an average human being, cop or not, white chauvinist, supremacist or not, you would think when he has that camera, he'd get off that throat. Mm-hmm. A decent human being, regardless, you could probably have a Klan leader that probably would have took his knee off the throat, because he's on film and he's about to, regardless if he comes off the throat or not, he's getting locked up. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to reiterate, that I hear what you're saying, and it's absolutely true. And I hear people talk about some people that are Caucasian get offended when you talk about white privilege, and they think it doesn't exist. I was poor. I had to work up by my bootstraps and da-da-da-da. And this is everywhere. This ain't just the South. This is Northeast, Southwest America, period. You know what I'm saying? Sure, and it's like, I'm not talking about a social class or how hard you had to work. I'm talking about, there was a time in the Constitution when I was considered, or my race of ethnicity of people is considered 3/5, I think, of a human being. And July 4th that's coming up, by the way, is not Independence Day, because not everyone was free. So Juneteenth, we rewind back, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, if you know, because I had a discussion with someone and I asked them, do you know what Juneteenth is? Because we're about to talk about this. And they're like, yeah, we know, of course. But they weren't really teaching that in the public schools, and I don't even know if they are now. But now it's a national holiday, so it's probably slid up in there. It's probably like 2 pages long. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how the public system is. And that goes back to what we were saying earlier about parents teaching our children as well. I'm not a parent, but I will be someday, Lord willing, you know what I mean? But back to the case in point is that it's not about social class system that you had to work harder, freedom. I know what I was going to say was 16, I feel like 1619, or is it later or earlier than that?
In terms of, I'm not sure what year, but definitely, but that was definitely a period of emancipation for a group of African Americans living here, for sure.
And so from what I understand, it was the East and the coast and all this, but in like Texas and a more rural area, they weren't free till
until later, exactly.
And that is, to me, and then I don't know why it took them so long to make it a holiday when that's the actual national independent day of every human being that's in America. You know what I mean? Sure. If that makes sense.
Yeah, man. I think that we're still in infancy, and as a people, a race of people, humans on this planet in America, and as modernized and progressive as we are in some areas, we're just as far behind in other areas, right? And so when we talk about the acknowledgement of days like Juneteenth and a number of others, hopefully we'll start to see more evolution in terms of these things becoming more mainstream. But there have been African Americans who have always practiced Juneteenth, right? It's a population of African Americans in this country who celebrated it.
Right.
It's just become more mainstream. But as we see these changes happening throughout the country, as slow or progressive as they may be, God willing and self-willing, human willing, we're going to see more opportunities where we're going to see more progressive opportunity for people to be more open for holidays like that, So, man. But it's a good time period.
Yeah, one of the most beautiful things that I see about you, and that I've noticed, from the first time I met you, but even more so, because this is probably the longest we've ever spoken in our relationship with each other, to be honest. Which is fine. We frequent in different circles, and we built before. So it's not like you didn't know me from a hole in the wall, But one of the things that you've continually reiterated is the foundation of love. You know what I'm saying? And what love looks like in a practical sense. You know what I'm saying? There's an MC from a crew named Deep Space 5 named Crumb. Obviously, you can tell what I'm putting into myself because I keep going to music and movies.
Right.
But he said, he said something. He said, just because you got a 9 to 5 don't mean you ain't a deadbeat. And he said something like, love is an adjective or an adverb, which just means an action, whatever. Love is an adverb or adjective that's never done properly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, like love is an action,
That's
right?
right. Love
I,
is a
I don't I
verb.
don't know how old y'all are. I'm 39. If you're in this chat, if you're watching the replay, if you don't understand that love is an action and not just saying I love you,
Right.
man, you're behind on the curve.
No doubt.
You
No
know,
doubt.
but like I shared earlier, I found self-love essentially 7-8 months ago and didn't realize that I didn't love I enjoy who I am. I like spending time. I'm my favorite person to spend time with, bro. Like
That's
when I'm
beautiful.
chilling, bro, I'm at peace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't gotta worry because he always thinks what I think. There might be a different type of, side that may be pulling me one way or the other, but essentially it's still fully who I am. You know what I'm saying? I like kicking it with myself. But what would you say if someone, we're talking about being, a young species, and not to go esoteric or scientific or sci-fi, but some people may say that this is nonfiction, that there's no way this pale blue dot in 9-planet solar system, Pluto got casted out, Milky Way, galaxies, all that, the creativity we come up with in the movies. You think there ain't you think we ain't it? You know how in Men in Black where they got the little ball of marbles and with the galaxy.
Right.
You think we ain't playing? You think we ain't rolling in the marble, right?
Yeah, man.
So with that being said, one of the marble holders says, "I'm going to Earth today."
Yeah.
I seen this podcast. Sean Toure is a very interesting dude. I want to ask him, what does love mean to him? And this, granted, they probably have seen everything, but he's playing marbles with our galaxy.
Right.
And he asked you, he says, what does love mean? Like, what does it mean?
Yeah.
Like he has because we don't know his reference point.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Look, man, I think that love is a place you get to based on what your level of understanding is at the moment, at the present time. So it's like, and that's sound all cerebral and deep, but it's all based on your understanding in the current moment. Like the only moment you really have is right now. So whatever love is for you right in this moment, that's what it is, right? And I think that the thing about love is like it is a verb. It's a verb. It's more than a word. It's more than what you can actually say. It's what you do. It's how you manifest. It's how you act, And so, yeah, man, I think that is something that as human beings and as artists, that it's really important for us to inject that in our conversations, in our vernacular, man, because it's a lot of different forms of love that's being expressed at times. And I think that like we need to talk about it. It needs to be forms where we have dialogue around what that is and what it looks like for us, because for every person, it can mean something completely different for another human being,
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah. So,
So
yes, I just think, it's based on where you are and who you are in that current moment,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. We got an echo, Lunar Awakenings. Welcome here in the echo. It's probably from me communicating with you and then having the Instagram. But I could probably mute the Zoom and it would still pick up our audio. But I don't know, bro. The reason I usually have this on like 5 different joints. You know why? Because one time, bro, I was talking to my man from Fayetteville. We did a 45-minute joint on Instagram.
Right.
Then we hopped on Zoom and we talked for 1 hour and 30 minutes, bro.
Wow.
But the audio was like this.
Wow.
I told bro, I was so heated. He was like my second episode, right?
Yeah.
I'm so excited, bro, because you're like episode 17 or something, season 2 coming to an end. I already have some stuff on the cutting room floor, have guests to the end of August. I started on June 1st, was the first episode, and it's been fun, bro. Like I get to talk to interesting people and see what's up with your journey, you know what I'm saying? Check in, you know what I mean? Because I'm like this with my peoples all throughout the week. You know what I mean? I got Hawaii, Oklahoma, Minnesota, California, you know what I'm saying? So Baltimore, whatever. But so I'm gonna let you run because I want to respect your time, man. I appreciate you coming through. I do want you to share where people can get a hold of you, where they can reach you. I know there was a brother in here saying he wanted a producer in South Florida. Sometimes that means I need a producer, or sometimes that means I need a producer in South Florida, literal. But if he was implying, hey, I need a producer, where can they contact you at? You can share as much or as little information as you like, bro. You got the floor, man.
Sure. First of all, thanks again. I appreciate it, man, Jay, for letting me, give me the opportunity to be on the program, brother. Definitely appreciate it. And
You're welcome,
for any folk out there wanting to hit me up, you can contact me on all the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, IG. It's at Sean Toure. It's SeanToure. And of course, you can inbox me if you're interested in some music production or film scoring or production on your album, whatever the case is. You can contact us as well. And also, you can contact my marketing team, M Levine Marketing. That's MLEVINE marketing at gmail.com. You can contact them if you're interested in getting some production. We'd definitely be glad to hit you up. And I definitely want to send love out again to everybody I'm working with, all the artists I mentioned. And again, we do, Cam One and I, we're going to be releasing the new EP coming out soon. Like I said, it's a series of EPs, 5 different EPs coming out. We have 2 to 3 is coming out this year. The first one will be coming out in July, late July, and another one in the fall. And again, a lot of different features on those projects. I'm producing several of the songs. I'm also collaborating with Cam and collaborating with my homeboy, Todd Kelly out there in the Bay in California. And again, we mentioned we got Raz Cass on the joint, big ups to Raz, Joy Jones. We got Sadat X. We got DJ Face. Man, hopefully we'll get J Class on a joint. If he's down.
Oh, you ain't said nothing. You ain't said nothing but a word, man. You ain't
what I mean? Yeah, man.
I'll be kicking them. But so man, I love that, man. If you see this young artist, old artist, that right there is how you do a full and complete interview. You hit all your points. We didn't even talk about what we was going to talk about. We just have relationship, had a brief interaction prior, you know what I'm saying? Got things set up, talk, boom, 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 natural, organic flow, the illest podcast that you don't know about. And, the ones that say, I'll pass and I'm good. How many followers you got? How long you been doing? Holla at your boy on HBO Max Plus, you know what I'm saying? Just going to go ahead and put that out there. Put it out there. But, so I do want to say this, and that was enjoyable. And I always want to end with this, of course, blessings to you and your family, bro. I'm going to ask you this question. And we got like 6 minutes and I'm just going to play it out. You can either stick around on IG for that amount of time, or once we're done on Zoom, it's a wrap. But I got something special for you, man. Special catered to you. But, if indeed, whatever the manifestation or being is, if indeed a God or God exists, when you take your last breath and close your eyes and your mind, soul, spirit, body, whatever you perceive as afterlife, and you see this being, this creator, this God, what's the first thing you'll ask? If you get to ask, maybe it's just like your crib's over there. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know.
What will I ask God?
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, that's one of the deepest questions I've ever been asked. What would I ask God, man?
If you want, we can tap in for part 2 in the middle of July. You can bring your answer in, but it's what the people want, bro. They want to know.
I would just say this. How did I do?
Nice.
How did I do?
Nice.
Yeah, how did I do? And that's a question for God, man, because I'm humble enough to ask God a question, right? I wouldn't want to ask another human being that question.
Yeah.
I want to ask the creator herself or himself.
Yeah.
How did I do? That's what I would ask.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I can dig it, man. Well, we're gonna go out like this. Like I said, man, it's been a pleasure. And you can stick around. And so it looks like it's 3 minutes and 40, but we got 6 on the Zoom. So if you want to stay in the Zoom and zone out with me, I'm still gonna keep the Instagram. If you want to roll, you can roll. But this is the I gotta make sure my levels is good. You always gotta make sure the levels is good. So here we go.
No doubt.
I'm debating if I want to share screen or if I just want to drop it on them like this.
Yeah. No doubt.
Does he get dirty on this? I know he kills it. And Hezekiah, is that the vocalist?
On this joint here?
Yeah.
Nah, that's a remix we did for Michael Jackson, man. We actually remixed that joint, man.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah. So yeah, we got just some MJ acapella, man, and
Oh, okay, and put it
yeah,
over.
and
Okay.
reproduce
So
the
he don't
music
so
for it.
so he don't spit on this then.
Nah, not on that particular joint, but it's some joints on that album where I have E and Hezekiah a song they did, and
Okay.
it's a remix project I did. So
Yeah, it must
yeah.
be it must be labeled wrong because the one I click on was the Nothing Nice featuring Hezekiah and E Major, the Sean Torre
Oh wow,
remix.
okay, it may be labeled wrong. Yeah, it
Yeah.
could be.
It's all
Yeah,
good, bro. So I
yeah.
do for the people that stream it, I do want to actually I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna share the screen for a moment because I want to throw up. I know you, like I said, you laid down everything that anybody needs to know about anything they need to know. Um, so it's not like they ain't gonna be able to find it. But that right there is like a consummate professional, like a scholar and a gentleman type vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Like that's how you do. So here we got the SoundCloud joint, SoundCloud Sean Torre,
Oh,
you see
word.
over here. Then you got the Sean Torre Bandcamp. Go ahead and follow. I can't believe I wasn't following already. Of course, I want the mailing list. Got different projects here. You know what I'm saying? As y'all can see, my man stays, bro. You stay in the you stay doing the thing, man.
Thank you,
So
brother.
all these on the right. Then you also got probably some exclusive stuff, not the little, but the SoundCloud joints. Cause those a lot of times people you might not hear the
Envision
everything that's
perfect
on the
team
SoundCloud.
communication. Your data
Might not be in the other locations. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
that's what it is. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and
Love it.
minimize this out and
No doubt, man. Thanks again, brother. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off, but
absolutely,
man,
bro. It's
thank
been
you
good,
so
man.
much, man. And let's stay in contact. And man, thank you for the opportunity, brother. And again, the name of the project, everybody, is Melanin Magic, Melody and the Maker. It's a 5-part series dropping soon. And thanks again, Jay, for the opportunity, brother. We appreciate
Always,
it.
bro. You always got a seat at the table, man. Like I said, you helped me finish out the season 2 and just get into the what they call it. I don't even know, like the editing base, so to speak. You know what I mean? It ain't too much, like I said, technology these days is click here, click there, and I enjoy doing all of it. You know what I mean?
Right,
It's like it's not just the communication, the candid conversation, but it's same thing with writing, recording, laying it down, mixing, turning it up, turning it down. TikTok is a fun little joint because you adjust your audio. You're like, okay, he came in too hot with them 808s. Let me turn it down, put the noise reducer on. It's like you're getting a little practice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It helps. It's been helping me develop my ear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's awesome.
So yeah,
man.
Brother, I will talk to you, man. Enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your weekend, man.
You do the same, beloved. Be safe,
Will
man.
do. All right, peace.
Man. Peace, brother.
Yes, sir.